What's this Island fam? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog and this big head behind me hiding. But today is what is today? Monday? Right, today's Monday. And today's the what? 14, 15, I don't know. Y'all will see in the intro the caption what day today is of Vlogmas. But I am getting ready. Well, I'm ready to go to my mammogram appointment in Sando. So my darling husband, who you also behind me, is home because he is going to stay with Shara, so I can go and do that. Yeah, she's still asleep too. She kind of sort of woke up like a minute ago, but then she went back to sleep. So she's still asleep. And y'all, I cannot put on any deodorant, any lotions, any body spray, any powder. So sis just feeling dirty. I did take a shower though, but I am just feeling dirty. So I put my deodorants in my bag because y'all know I made sure to go to Pennywise and I got me my spray deodorant. So I put my deodorant in my bag. So as soon as I'm done with that appointment, it's gonna be spraying it up and smelling like human because ain't no way I will be in Sando smelling like a cow. Okay? So yeah, but anyway, I'm looking to leave now. Lamb just cleaned my glasses, so let me put it on before I forget it because I have a tendency of forgetting my glasses. Tell me how I can't see, but I always forget my glasses. So we're leaving now. And I will keep you guys updated as to what's going on. I won't really be able to record in the hospital itself, obviously. I will try my best to get some clips, but we will see what happens, right? But I will catch you guys inside. I don't know if y'all could see me or hear me, but we made it to San Fernando Hospital, so I'm going to check in to get my mammogram done. And y'all, I had the most disrespectful driver ever taxi I took this morning because that man, I'm on the phone, my cousin calls me, right? So I answer the phone and I'm talking to my cousin. It wasn't even a long conversation or anything. Tell me why, while I'm talking to my cousin, I'm not even talking loudly, this man is turning up the radio in the car because I on the phone. Excuse? And as soon as I come out the phone, he stopped doing it. So it's like he telling me he don't want me to talk. Yeah. It's like he telling me without telling me he don't want me to be on the phone. Excuse? Excuse? So I loudly told my cousin, anyway, I have to come off the phone because the driver keeps turning up the music like he don't want me on the phone. So I have to go. I said it very loudly so that the driver could hear me. And he didn't even say nothing. He just side-eyed me and I don't even care. Like, sir, I'm not being loud. The two ladies in your backseat was being extremely loud and you did nothing. Alright guys, so we are in the mammogram department and I'm waiting for my team to get a mammogram, but I can't record outside. It is a no phone zone. There's even signs saying to turn off your phones and stuff like that, obviously because of the machinery and everything. So we are here. Not going to show you my information, but we have my information card here. But we have everything here that they have to fill out once they do the mammogram or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. Okay, I will give you guys an update when I'm done. Good morning, Island Trap. It is a new day. As y'all can see, I'm in different clothes. I look scruffy, and that's because today's a cleaning day. Forget it. I left y'all hanging yesterday because I went to the hospital. The last thing I told y'all in the hospital was that I was in the washroom because I was on the mammogram section of the hospital where I needed to get my mammogram, right? Well. So I go to the People San Fernando General, right? For starters, they called me since 7 a.m. the morning. My appointment was for 12:30 in the day. They called me at 7 a.m. and they asked me to come in early, right? no problem, I'ma come in early because I think if I come in early, I'll leave early, right? Wrong. So I get there. First and foremost, the clerk at the counter irritated me because she's sitting there, right? But her back is turned to the window because she's talking to like her colleagues or whatever. So her back is turned to the window. I walk up to the window because I'm supposed to hand her the appointment card. Walk up to the window. I say, "Good morning." She does not turn around. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe she didn't hear me. So I'm going to say it just slightly louder so she can hear through the glass, right? So I say it again, "Good morning." She did not turn around. She didn't even flinch. She didn't even stop our conversation. So I knock on the glass. Still didn't turn around. Still didn't flinch. Still didn't stop our conversation. So someone behind her then comes up to the window because they see me at the window, right? They come up to the window, stretch their hands around her to take the clinic appointment card from me. And this woman still does not move, still does not flinch, still does not turn around, and still does not stop a conversation. She keeps talking. I'm like, rude. But I digress. I left that alone. I gave the other lady the appointment card. She told me to have a seat. Great. About 20 minutes in, the lady calls me. So I'm thinking, she calling me for my appointment, right? Again, wrong. She just called me to find out how old I was. Okay, cool. So I tell her how old I was, and then she tells me, "Okay, thanks, have a seat. We're calling in a bit." Calling in a bit turned into an hour, which turned into 2 hours, which turned into 3 hours. I literally had to get up and go back to the desk to talk to someone else to find out, like, hey, other people are coming, going into the x-ray, getting their stuff done and leaving, and I'm still sitting here. What's going on? So the lady's like, "What's your name?" So I tell her my name. She goes, she looks. Lo and behold, my card or whatever is just sitting there, and no one said about me. She was like, "Why are you still here? Why are you here so long? Blah, blah, whatever." Mind you, this is like after, because I got there at 10:45. So this is like after 1, 2 o'clock at this point, right? 2 o'clock something at this point. So she then was like, "Okay, give me a minute." It did take her only a minute. I guess she was new though. She wasn't the one that had me waiting, but she was new. She just came in with another lady who was showing her around the hospital, right? So she was like, "You have to go to mammogram." I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking it's inside by the x-ray stuff. No, it's on the other side of the building. So I sit in for the past 3 hours on the wrong side of the building. So then she walks me to mammogram because she needed to know where it was too. So the older lady who was like showing her around the hospital, showing her the ropes, was basically showing her where you have to go to get a mammogram. And I don't know if you're familiar with San Fernando Hospital, right? So X-ray is basically like when you go through the entrance by the teaching hospital, by the traffic light there, go in, walk down the hall, X-ray. Mammogram, however, is after X-ray, you walk down the hall, past ultrasound, make a left on the hallway, walk straight down that hallway, and then make a right to where you go to CT. Inside the CT department, you then walk further into CT, and mammogram is in there. So if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to really find it. You'll find CT. But even when you go into CT, you'll probably have to ask someone in CT for mammogram because that's further inside CT. Guys, I'm sorry if it's dark, but I have to put down the curtain because sunlight shining directly on my phone and it started to tell me that my phone was overheated. Anyway, so I get to the mammogram area inside CT with, I guess, the new clerk, new nurse, new whatever she is. She drops me off, and the older lady walks down to where, I guess, where mammogram is, and there was a patient waiting, right? And she asks the patients, "Are both of you patients?" I guess one of them, because there was two ladies sitting there, one of them was a patient, and the other one was just like her daughter that brought her, right? She's like, "Okay, cool." So then she asked her, "Is anybody inside the mammogram room?" They said, "I don't know. We've been here a little while." Okay. So then, I'm sorry if my camera is shaking. It's on the bed, on the tripod, which is not stable, and she just keep moving around. Anyway, so the lady that brought us over to the mammogram department then has to go and look for the person who is supposed to do the mammogram because they're not where they're supposed to be. So she goes and looks for her, gets her, and tells her that their patient's waiting to have mammograms done. Okay, cool. Obviously, that takes a while because there's people in front of me. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. By the time it gets to my turn and I go into them, the lady is telling me, mind you, she was very pleasant. It's not her fault. The person inside of mammogram, it's not her fault at all. She was very pleasant. But she asked me my age, which I find is really weird because all morning people have just been asking me my age, right? She asked me my age, I told her 38, and she's like, okay, okay. So then she asked me if I had the biopsy done yet, which I told her no, I have to wait for a date for clinic in order for me to get a biopsy. Guess what she told me? She told me I have to get a biopsy first before I can get a mammogram. Because usually they do mammograms, they do biopsies first, and then the biopsy determines whether or not you need a mammogram. Plus, on top of that, because I am not 40 or older, when you're under 40, the density of your breast is a lot thicker. So the mammogram is not extremely accurate, I guess. So she then decided she's going to ask her superiors if it was necessary for me to do the mammogram that day, which was yesterday, right? So she goes, she finds out, she comes back and she tells me, you're gonna have to wait to do the biopsy first. So when you get a date for the clinic and then you do your biopsy, then you'll come to us and you'll do the mammogram if they need you to do a mammogram. Because usually when you do the mammogram, not the mammogram, sorry. Usually when they do the biopsy, they'll tell you if you need a mammogram. So hold on to the paper and they'll come back to us if they need you to do a mammogram. So she wrote a little note on the paper and sent me on my merry way, but made sure to tell me if I needed to act like a fool to get my appointment and get stuff done, go ahead, because she working there and sometimes she said I act like a fool. But anyway, all that to say, I spent hours in the hospital to not get what I wanted done. That was mine. However, I was able to come home and get some of the gifts wrapped. This one I did not wrap it because it's a difficult thing to wrap, so I just decided to stuff it in this box and I'm going to stick a bow on it. But I got some of the gifts wrapped. I think I have two, maybe three more things to wrap and then we're done. But yeah, we got some of the stuff wrapped, okay? Don't watch this. This is not even for Ciara. This is for my husband, Shaquille, because he likes hot pills. Yes, yes, this is for my husband. Anyhow, guys, I know this video has been a whole bunch of nothing because I didn't really get anything done yesterday. I did go to Sando, but I didn't stay very long because I was just frustrated and I just wanted to get what I needed to get and get out of San Fernando. Even though I was by myself and I should have recorded, I didn't, right? I didn't. So thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment any questions, comments, concerns, anything else you want to see on my channel. Don't forget, self-love is important. Take care of your mental health and don't forget to smile. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.